What's up, guys? Welcome back to yet another riveting episode here on the Avion Awesome channel. Today, as I begin to prepare to make my way westward, I started thinking about a lot of the stuff that I started off with a year ago, and my situation is going to be completely different this time around. Number one, I'm not using 1,000 trails this time. Most of the time, I'm going to be boondocking completely. Very, very few campgrounds. I might go and grab a campground from time to time to maybe just like, I don't know, rest, relax, recharge, hot showers, unlimited hot water, that whole kind of thing. Just the luxuries in life, not necessarily the needs in life. But that's one thing that I'm not going to have. I'm not going to have the access to a campground just anytime I feel like it. The next thing that's going to be significantly different is that instead of being in sort of like a subtropical environment, I'm going to be in a desert environment, which is 100% alien to me. I have never been to the desert Southwest. I have never hung out in a desert ever, as far as I'm aware. Like, I can't recall a single solitary time when I was ever in a desert. So this trip out to Arizona, Utah, Southern California, that whole area is going to be completely different for me. Because, like, oh God, I mean, you get to a certain age and then you're just like, I don't want to be uncomfortable. But the good news is that uncomfortable is an interesting place to be because it affords you the opportunity to learn new stuff and to grow as a human being. So I've done lots of hiking and camping and being out there in the elements, but I've never done it in a camper. I've never had to haul all this weight clear across the country. So it's going to be a lot of new experiences for me. So just not having access to the campgrounds 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, or just being able to go, I want to go to a new one, and then, hopping over to a brand new camera. It's going to be quite the change for me. So a little bit scared, but super effing excited. But there's also some things that have stayed the same. So while I did initially install solar on my camper, I only had 600 watts up on the roof. Now I have 800, 950 total, because I do have a 3-panel ground system that I will probably end up using this time around. When I was down in Florida, I never used the ground panels whatsoever. This time around, I'm also not using AGM batteries. I am now using almost all lithium. The only AGM batteries I have now are the AGM battery that's in my truck and the AGM house battery that was originally on my solar system, and now they are like just off to the side auxiliary batteries. The other thing that has remained constant for me has been the Energy Kodiak. So some of you all might remember me introducing the Energy Kodiak a couple of different times. This is basically a quote-unquote solar generator that has basically everything built in. It's got a 30 amp RV plug right here. It's got 6 AC plugs right here. It's got 2 DC outputs, which they use for their lights, which are hot all the time. They have 2 standard 12-volt outlets that are also hot all the time. And they have 4 USB ports. Unfortunately, these only come on when I turn on the inverter. It has a 1500 watt inverter built in that can surge up to roughly, 2500 watts or so. I wouldn't push it much further than that. But it also has battery terminals here on the side, so if you want to expand this system out, you can. And it also has an AC charging port right here. And this port right here, which is called a Nutric connector, can be charged either via solar through the special cable that they sell on their website, where you can plug it directly into a 12-volt outlet either in your car, truck, van, RV, whatever, and you can charge it directly from there as well. So you might be thinking to yourself, okay, Mark, so yeah, you've got the Energy Kodiak, but you also upgraded your batteries from AGM. You've now got 5 kilowatts of lithium battery power back there in your camper. And I'm like, yeah, I do. But there is just absolutely something amazing about having this battery pack. Like, it is an all-in-one. It's literally got everything that most people would need. And because of its multiple charging options, whether it be through 12-volt, AC, or solar, it makes it so versatile. Because of its lightweight, it's got every plug you could possibly want in this thing. And if you hook it up to your lithium battery power solar system that's firmly installed in the camper, when you want to go away from your camper, you've got this thing as a backup too. So this thing has remained a constant in my life the entire time. Like, I use it all the time. I use it daily. I use it to charge camera batteries, and I use it to charge my Segway battery. And I think that most people just don't understand the power of that portability. I know that a lot of other systems have gotten extremely popular right now. Jackery is one of them, Blue Eddy, or whatever it's called, Suwaku, or I don't know how to pronounce half of them. Energy Kodiak, Energy Apex. The Apex is the newest one from Energy. These battery packs enable you to not only charge them up really fast, but also have all of that raw power out with you. 1.1 kilowatts of energy is an absolute godsend. Just being able to have that much power out and around with you at all times, it really does make it so much easier. Not only to do whatever it is you're going to be doing, whether you're hooked up full-time to a campground, or whether you are out and about in the middle of nowhere. If you happen to leave your permanently installed system and you need that portable power to go with you, I honestly can't think of a better solution than these portable energy boxes. Like, they're just full of useful scenarios that I can think of. You know, you need to run your compressor on your truck or your RV tires. You know, most of the time you can't really use just those little 12-volt car tire pumps that only go up to about 35 psi. You need those heavier duty ones that they go anywhere from like 65 to 100 psi. And I have absolutely no problems whatsoever with this thing. I bought it out of, I don't know, maybe 50 or 60 bucks. I can't remember what it was. I got it from Harbor Freight, and I love this thing too, but it requires AC power. And honestly, that's not a problem, because I have an AC inverter right here with me at all times. I know that a lot of this stuff is expensive. A lot of people don't want to spend the money on good quality components from time to time, but this is my philosophy. You buy once, you cry once. I think there is a lot of people that are always trying to find like maybe some sort of knockoff, some sort of like whatever. But if you do the amount of research that you need in order to get the things accomplished that you're going to be encountering all the time, you're going to find good quality products. You'll find the diamonds in the rough. Much like some of these Harbor Freight tools, especially like the Predator generator. That thing is an absolute amazing machine, and it only is bested by the Honda by a very, very small margin in only a few small categories. The point is that the Energy Kodiak and other reputable solar generators are absolutely invaluable tools, especially in our digital world where we literally have batteries and devices and knickknacks and cameras and in all these little things that we constantly need to recharge. Having the ability to bring it into your camper and charge it up off of your built-in solar system, and then be able to pick it up and pick it and take it anywhere with 20 pounds, this thing is just an absolute, it's a no-brainer. Granted, I know that there are plenty of people out there that will tell you, hey, you can build something, that's much higher in energy capacity for a whole lot less or whatever. Most people just don't have the skills. They don't have the technical knowledge to do that stuff. Again, it goes back to the philosophy, buy once, cry once. Yes, you can pick up energy cells, you can pick up battery packs, and you can try and wire this whole thing up all by yourself and then find a suitable box to make it all fit in, and you can really try and up your skills. If you're a do-it-yourselfer type, I say, go for it. Give it a shot. But for those of you that just don't have the time or the inclination to do all that, it just doesn't make any sense to me whatsoever to try to do all of that when you can go and pick one of these up, have it shipped directly to your door, and be in business within the first 15 minutes. At any rate, guys, I hope you all enjoyed this video. I just also want to say that if you find any of my information helpful or useful, then please don't forget to check out some of my links down there if you want to buy something or whatever. It just helps the channel. It doesn't cost you anything extra, and in many cases, you'll even get a discount on some of this stuff. So please consider supporting the channel. I always appreciate that kind of stuff. And please don't forget to give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you happen to be new here as well. Anyway, thanks so much for watching yet another riveting episode here on the Avion Awesome channel. I'm your host, Mark Puckett, and I'm going to see you guys again on the next one. Peace.